Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Dogbot333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron for Kaiserredux as the Pacific States of America. In the last video, started working on some good old military stuff, started working on some of our epic plans. Working on taxes, I believe. Yeah, Federal Works Administrations. Not taxes yet, not yet, but working on improving things, nationalizing some oil. All the good stuff. All the fun stuff. Meanwhile, we're pushing through... I'll probably have you stop. You're not doing anything. Yeah, you stop, buddy. Interesting move from Norway over there. While Cuba's industrial capacity is relatively small, its industrial assistance was much appreciated. That assistance is now wound down, however, while the war rages on. Shall we ask the Cubans to pledge more support? Let's make the offer. The mad ravings of a starving artist. Nothing more. Oof. Red Flood is one of those mods I do need to check out eventually, but I just checked out Cold War: The Iron Curtain. Oh, I'm still, yeah. Well, by the time this is out, I'm uploading that one right now. I haven't uploaded this one yet, but yeah. So, I mean, I might try to attack a little bit more. I'm gonna take Denver, which would be cool. Full control over Denver. Black Revolt has fallen. Which I'm actually... I don't think that's a good thing. But... it might actually ease up. Because I think they had a non-aggression back with Black Belt. But they don't with this car, so that might allow us to push forward a little bit more. Meanwhile, let's get working on military factories. That's the thing to do. And we'll go ahead and work on... let's do radical taxation. Let's do it. Neither the liberals nor the progressives go far enough in their tax plans, which do little to promote true egalitarianism. I can't speak. The sales tax shall be replaced with a stock tax, while income, land, inheritance, corporate, bank, and property taxes shall be raised for the wealthy, while the poorest remain exempt. Still got a brave Japanese volunteers helping us out. Mightily finely. Oh. That car's making a bit of a push now. Look at that. Look at that. John Steinbeck's come out with his newest book, The Grapes of Wrath, which tells the story of a family on the border of Oklahoma and Missouri, fleeing a combination of the Dust Bowl and fighting between Minutemen and Old Democrats. How the family has difficulty entering California, needing to sneak through the Western Command Center, only be met with hatred by locals, whom view them as threats to jobs or demand they fight for them. Receiving mixed reviews among the public, our political advisors seem moved by it, and it favors anti-conservative politics. Interesting. More support from the resistance. Fantastic. And Celinda is fighting up. See if we can make some pushes. I'd like to see if we can do that. As a result of our increasing taxation, the Liberty Lobby has seen growth in recent days. More businessmen, Democrats, and Republicans are railing against our government. with their publication spelling doom for the economy and stating that the president desires a syndicalist dictatorship. We are feeling their mounting pressure. Damn them. Let's do federal authority for land then. With this act, we create a Bureau of Land Management. We will retain significant amounts of the country's land for our own purposes, and we will use it to build projects that will benefit our population and our environment. This should be unpopular with those who wish to move into these lands, however. Well, the building slots. The clan has suffered massive losses in recent days and no longer capable of efficiently coordinating with other leagues and clans across our territory. With their organization seemingly on their way out, our military has more supplies and civilians are far more certain of our victory over them than they once were. Excellent. What do we got factory-wise? Get more guns going. And then we'll have them pushed over the river. And the river is a much more defendable line, I think. You attack them there. Hold them. Make sure they... And I notice PSA infantry divisions. Let's try doing that instead. It actually helps out more of getting these guys going. Under patch wounded. Oh no. Anyway. This northern front is getting a little messy, admittedly. I'm going to adjust this real quick. I'll do one broad front line with all these guys. That'll push us... Well, we're actually holding here. Oh, Siam wants to send us volunteers. I will take that. Thank you, Siam. Next, let's go ahead and do commodity credit corporations. While depression eats away at our nation, farmers have been hit worse than almost anyone. Our farmers cry out for help, and we shall answer them. We'll create the Commodity Credit Corporation, which will protect farmers in their income and prices, so we're providing more stability for them. This fundamental group will no longer be ignored. Got a tank holding the line over there. Thank you, Mr. Tank. And Siam cucked us. Cool. William Randolph Hearst has begun denouncing the government in his papers, accusing us of syndicalist sympathies and of attacking liberty. The GOP papers have followed suit, though in a more restrained manner. It's no secret that Hearst is considered a MacArthur loyalist and desires the downfall of our government, especially after his taxes were hiked. The question is if this was enough to have investigated treacherous activity, or if doing so would stray too far into authoritarianism. The investigation by the Pacific Bureau would not only involve Hearst, but also as many columnists whom seem to be bordering on treacherous activities. I'll go ahead and save here, because I'm not quite sure how this will end up going. Investigate him in his papers. But, you know, we have a pretty nice defensive line in the New Mexico area. Everything else we're trying our best to keep together. Fireworks and barbecues have unfortunately given way to firebombs and flames as America enters another year of civil war. However, from their homes, or whatever is left of them, the American people continue to solemnly celebrate their Independence Day. While the war rages on, President Upton Sinclair was invited by the Provisional Congress to deliver an address. Speaking before the assembled congressmen, and knowing this speech was being recorded for all to hear, the president noted that despite all the chaos and turmoil, the democratic government of America continued to function. Proof, he said, that America does not need dictatorship and tyrants in order to continue functioning. And although things could be pretty bleak, there was no shortage of people willing to continue the fight for liberty then, in 1776, and there's no shortage of people willing to fight for liberty now, because life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are values that transcend generations, and Americans will fight for them now and forever. Conquer we must, when our cause is just. Oh, are they finally fighting the... They're finally fighting the Cindies. That's nice. It's gonna help us a good amount. No, you stay... No, you should stay there, soldier. Don't do anything. We need you to stay. We need you to fight, dang it. Our policies of increased taxation have made us more than a few enemies, especially among the business classes. Made up largely conservative Democrats, the American Liberal League has formed to oppose our tax efforts and likewise call for an end to the war to end what they consider irresponsible financial activities. They're currently lobbying politicians on the right to oppose us at every turn and publishing their own papers to address the government. They've not broken any laws. We could publicly dress them down, as their status as largely wealthy individuals, and make them easy targets, or we could simply ignore them. We're going to attack them. There we go. Our fronts are soliding out. Tree expert. We'll do logistics wizard. That'll be good. We can do something else with Mr. Marshall. Let's do charismatic. Beautiful. We'll make sure all these guys reorganize. Now Siam wants to send their volunteers again. I will graciously accept that. Until they decide to, oh, they also want to send us some guns. I'll take the guns. Commodity Credit Corps. We're done. Now let's do labor colonies. We have the bees over here. I like the bees. From Robert Owen to Charles Fourier, utopian socialists and colonies are nothing new in America. Now we will promote the creation of labor colonies in which all workers can toil equally and live a healthy and happy life. Some advocates have even suggested we implement some of the non-authoritarian practices seen in Edward Bellamy's Looking Backwards. Don't know the significance of that, but I don't know, maybe someone in the comments can enlighten me. Support from the Resistance. Siam is helping us out again. We have a lot of help coming from the Pacific. Salvador's capitulated. It's going to be a syndicalist, Central America. Yep. I'm very grateful of any help from our... Nation in turmoil, Japan has seized control of several American motor companies operating there. Civil war has caused many of the companies to lose contact with their parent companies. They've all been struggling to get parts from their assembly lines. It's made it rather easy for Japanese to seize control of them under the pretense of assistance. It's clearly an illegal act. We're in no position to do anything more than send a strongly worded letter to them. Strongly worded indeed. There's not too much we can do there, is there? But we'll keep fighting back the best we can. Got a new unit. Go ahead, get them deployed. Give me a 20 watt, so it's gonna give us some good combat. Up, and there's another one. Beautiful. Recon companies. Excavation. See, we could hit the stomach. Could do some more military stuff as well. Let's rush down to this, actually, because this is going to be very good. Let's do moral emphasis. Marshall has confided in us that he believes that we are fighting the good fight. However, he's not convinced that all of our people, or more importantly, our soldiers believe that. Must endeavor to convince them that we are the rightful American government and that we are fighting to preserve democracy. Our units keep shuffling around. They haven't fully consolidated yet. Their new orders. Interesting. Oh, okay. Growing popularity of our economic policies among reformers, the progressive support base has increasingly folded into the Commonwealth Party to improve their chances in the first past post system, despite some progressives being somewhat uneasy about this idea, viewing them as too hostile to farmers. Ah, good. Interesting indeed. Well, we're hanging in there best we can so far. We're doing okay at that. I can build a lot of factories in California. Look at that. Beautiful. Ooh. NorCal is the place to build right now because we have that 100% infrastructure, which is huge. Ooh, I love that. Gonna work on more guns. Start pumping these babies out. Well, we'll keep letting the Union State push up against us. That's... okay, that must only be... this must be split into a couple different conflicts then, I'm guessing. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense why these guys apparently haven't gotten casualties. They have, just not against us. It's considered different wars, I suppose. It's a little messy, but it makes more sense. Let's do a 90-division army plan. Well, Marshall originally envisioned that a reformed U.S. Army would require a 265-division plan to be fully mobilized. For limitations of the West Coast, make such a plan a pipe dream. As such, he's decided to adopt a 9-division plan with the objective of raising a total of at least 90 divisions against America's enemies. Well, we got about 31, so we're about a third of the way there. A little more than a third. You know, we can take credit while we can. These guys are fighting back the best they can. Surprised we haven't built up compliance yet. Civilian oversight. We'll swap that over, see if that helps anything with the resistance. Not really. Let's try militias then, see if that helps. Never fully figured all this out. That's helping in some of these places now, actually. Beautiful. I'll take that. And we'll do one more focus. We'll do the United Front. The object of Operation Glacier is to secure a lodgment area on the Midwest from which further offensive operations can be developed. The lodgment area must contain sufficient infrastructural support to maintain a force of at least 15 divisions across the Rockies, preferably double that amount. Also enable that force to be augmented by reinforcement from West Coast area. That could work. We will wait and see, I think. But yeah. The Entente hasn't sent us volunteers yet, but they said that they're supporting us. Well, I have this going on over here, which I don't think I like. Albert. Also, isn't that... Well, we're not volunteering, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. That's what I'm gonna do. So thanks for always watching, gang. Like, dislike if you didn't. Leaving comments, feedback down in the comment section below. And check my various links down in the description box below as well. I think you all know the deal by now. Thank you as always for watching. My name has been Mr. Dogbot333, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Nope, that is not what I meant to press. There we go.